So far in this module, we have focused our attention on some of the broader aspects pertaining to the design of an appropriate supply chain. Now, we shall shift our attention towards some of the operational issues. As we all know, supply chains have inventory throughout the chain, especially in manufacturing industries and also in several service sectors. Think about retailing, it's all about inventory. Think about a hospital, multi-speciality hospital. You have inventory of medicines, you have medical consumables, you have gadgets which require spare parts, all kinds of things. Think of a hotel, again it requires a lot of inventory. So therefore, appropriate inventory planning and control has always been an area of concern in most organizations when we talk about supply chain. So we shall dwell into the topic of inventory management in some detail. So let us look at this graphic which displays possible reasons why inventory exists in most of the organizations. So what we have done is we have first divided them as external factors and internal factors. If you look at external factors, there could be demand fluctuations, and a typical example is what we call it as seasonality. There are times when the demand goes up and therefore it's a temporary phenomenon in some sense if you look at it. So we need what is called seasonal inventory if you want to handle demand fluctuations which are external. Another possibility is price fluctuations, and what it means is if you look at some of the commodity prices, price of the feedstock, which is the basic raw material in petrochemical industry, the global supply demand situation might fluctuate the prices. So people resort to what is called hedging inventory. A typical example is the price of crude which is changing, which influences the price of aviation turbine fuel. So some of the airlines do what is called hedging inventory as an example. So these are on account of external factors. Now if you come to internal factors, we have divided them into two. One is called operational policy. Because of that, inventories can exist, and the other is because of design. So what I mean by design is the way we have organized our operations setup. So there is one type of inventory called decoupling inventory, which organizations carry because the way they have designed their operating delivery system. We will see an example very soon. So that's why you have decoupling inventory. If you take operational policies, because of ordering patterns, organizations carry what is called cyclic inventory. What I mean is, if I order 100 items, then the inventory will go to a peak of 100 and then slowly come down to 0. Another order comes, again it goes to 100, it gets consumed, it comes back to 0. So that is called cyclic inventory. Then you have a lot of uncertainties in demand, sometimes uncertainties in supply quantity, supply quality, supply lead time. There are so many uncertainties in business. So to protect our operating system, we normally carry what is called safety stock. And lastly, the operating policies result in a certain business process which results in a certain lead time which forces us to carry what is called pipeline inventory. If you just recall, in one of the earlier videos in this module, we showed a supply chain structure where we said it takes 2 days to communicate the order, it takes 3 days to transit the shipment, again 1 day to put it on the shelf. So the 7 days, if you add all these numbers, it comes to 7. So 7 days of lead time requires a pipeline inventory of equivalent of 7 days, which is to be there in the system always. So as you see here, there are 6 types of inventory in every organization. You have seasonal inventory, you have hedging inventory, you have cyclic inventory, safety stock, pipeline inventory, and you have decoupling inventory.